Hello YouTube. What's going on, y'all? What's up, beautiful souls of YouTube? This video is about how I started my spiritual journey. It's been over 3.5 years, I want to say. Started like the end of 2018, and yeah, I'm gonna just get into it. So I say this whole spiritual thing started. It was caused by fat depression, you know. I feel like depression causes us to really search for something that is filled with meaning, you know. It's not just because the way I was living before this depression was very low vibrational, like low, something that I wasn't proud of. And after I graduated high school, I had a lot of regret hanging on my shoulders. You know, I was just trying to hold it. It's like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders, you know. And I feel like we start this depression because our astral self, our higher self, recognizes that this is not how we're supposed to be living. This is not what we're supposed to be doing on a day-to-day basis. Mind you, when I was in high school, I had no awareness. Like, I was living straight off of just like impulse. Not impulse, but like, what's the word? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, just impulse, just the negative impulses. Trying to have sex with every girl that I talk to, not establishing like real relationships with these women that I was screwing over every time I would talk to them. And I just wasn't the best person. So after high school, I had a lot of regret, and that is what caused me to go into a depression, and like a mean depression. And there was some other stuff too, a lot of personal stuff that I, like, at one point I really thought, like, I really thought that I was gonna die, because I just wasn't. I didn't. That's a long story. That's for another time, or maybe, I don't know. But so during this depression, you really start to question things like why you are here, why you do what you do, why things are the way they are, why the world works the way it does, how everything became what it is, how life happened for, like, not just me, but like life in general, like how this whole thing is constructed. And you just wonder, you just thrown into a pit of wonder when you are in a depression and isolation, which is what I was. Because at the time I was in such a depression that I felt very distant from other people. I couldn't communicate properly, and I just didn't want to. I had a lot of anxiety, social anxiety, and my own anxiety, like just anxiety in general. And I'm actually doing this video right now, but I'm glad I'm doing it because it's, you know, yeah, it's good. But and so that's what I did. Over a span of, I'll say, for like the first 2 years, I just was in search of knowledge, in search of the truth, in search of myself. First and foremost, honestly, I was looking for myself, my purpose. Still kind of looking for that, and I will talk about that later in this video. But I just had so many questions that, and part of me, I delved into religion, and it just wasn't speaking to me, right? Because it just didn't speak to me. And I felt that way about religion because I felt that religion had been the cause of so much bullshit in the world today, like so much death, so much confliction and confusion. I was trying to put that into one word. It wasn't happening right. And so religion to me was just another distraction from what was real about the world. And so to me, that just wasn't it. And during this whole time, right, 2020 came. When that time came, I was spiritual, but I didn't know a lot. I don't claim to know a lot now, but I know a lot more than I did then. You know, I feel awkward talking into a phone to myself. But fuck it. Excuse me. I didn't know what I know now then. So at that time, even during COVID in 2020, I was purposely going outside when they said not to go outside, because I just knew that was just a bunch of bullshit. And every time I went outside, I would meditate in the sun. I was soak in all that shit. And I hope I don't miss my exit. And then in the mornings, there was this one time I got up early as hell. For some reason, I don't know why, but I just got up and I went to go sun gaze. I just soak in all this light, as much light as I could. See, now I know what I was doing. I was soaking in light. At that time, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that it was something I should do. That's what the spiritual stuff is about. It's a journey. It's you start somewhere and you grow. That's what all this is about. But depression is a bitch, but it can also be a gift at the same time, because it forces you to look for the best parts of yourself. I mean, that's my case. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I hope it forces you to search for the better parts of yourself, search for truth, you know. But I'll say for the first year when I was depressed, or some shit like that. When I first started getting depressed, I just started feeling sorry for myself. Like I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care about any of it. I just was like, depression. I'll just sit and soak in this depression. And we'll get to eventually when I get out of it. And I will say, someone who really helped. Now this sounds cliche, just because of who this person is or was. Rest in peace. Let me get over. Goddamn, let me get over this motherfucker. I need to get up out of this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But this person really helped me a lot through this depression, and it's crazy because this person's music has a way of finding people when they need that music, that person the most. And or maybe everything happens for a reason, right? So yeah. And this person was XXX Tentacion, okay? Jase Onfroy. Jase Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy. That's that boy right there. That was a real dude. And listening to his music and watching his interviews, some of his interviews, well, not really the interviews, but some of the things he said sometimes made me really think about certain stuff. And that's what really sparked a deeper wanting for understanding, I guess. I don't fucking know. But so I'm thankful to that person, and to this day, that person, this guy, my man Jase, he has a special place in my heart. No homo, of course, because that's the homie. But like, yeah, so that sparked that. And his music, I use his music a lot through this depression, which is, it's crazy because like that's, I don't know. And when I started listening to him, I went all the way back. I searched up all his old music, and he just started to remind me of myself when I was his age and stuff. That's besides the point. But the further I go into this journey, is like I'm still not finding the answers I want. But the answers have a way of finding you when you're supposed to have the answers, you You know, I don't have all the answers, but I have a lot of knowledge now. I sure do. And I'll say within the past 6 months, which is crazy, right? Or the past 3.5 years, in the last 6 months, that's when I have acquired like the most knowledge, like real knowledge. But even though I had acquired a lot of knowledge up until now, like I wasn't completely what the heck? I wasn't applying it properly, you feel me? I just wanted to soak in as much as I possibly could. But you can soak in the knowledge, but if you don't apply it, it means nothing. It does nothing for you. So like, you can have faith, but you have to have action in order to receive a reaction, right? And I learned that. Still learning things. I will remind y'all, like every 2 minutes, I'm still learning, because that's what this is about, is learning truth, learning about yourself, you feel me? And yeah, and in the last 6 months, I learned a lot about like crystals, rituals, and stuff like that, and like stuff that's outside of myself. But the real power comes from within you, you feel me? Like, sure, like those things, like crystals, rituals, sound bowls are really helpful. I'm not gonna lie, sound bowls are really helpful because they get your mind in the right frequency. But sound bowls, any tool that is outside of yourself, it's okay to use it, but you can't rely on it, because it can only do so much for you. The real work and the real action has to take place within you, you know? And yeah. But the past 2 years, no. Not counting the last 6 months, but the 2 years after that depression was just me trying to find like the truth, like of everything. Like, I was in deep search of like everything. And yeah. Now I feel like I have enough knowledge to completely just change everything. Like, damn. Because everything is energy, right? And I am everything. Therefore. And I'm gonna shout out a couple people right now. Shout out to Rashad Jamal. Shout out to Brother Yusuf from the New Life Tools. Shout out to Brother Dreamwise. Shout out to Smart. If you don't know who Smart is, he's from New York. He's a rapper. He's a boxer. He's what his name is. The dude's smart. He got some real knowledge. Y'all should go look him up on Instagram. He's the Smart Guy, or that Smart Guy. Just type in Smart, bro, and you'll find him. All right. But I listen to these people, and they connect with me in a way that religion just never really did, because that's my inner soul telling me that that's not really what everything is about. Like, sure, there's the Most High, there's the Creator, but for me and a lot of other people that are like me, like-minded, we believe that God is us. We are God. And not just, I'm like, not in a generic way. Like, they say God made us in His image, therefore, in my opinion and others' opinions, we can create our own world. Whether that be trying to reconnect with the source or straying away from the source, which either way is fine. And then you can do both. But yeah, I'm still on this journey, man. This journey doesn't get no easier. The knowledge don't come no quicker unless you, I mean, it can come quicker if you're consistently looking for it. And if you are living righteous, hold on, that just reminded me of something. I'm about to get to something. If you're living righteous and you're living how you want to, your higher self, your soul wants you to live, the knowledge will come. It may not, at first it may not come from within, I will tell you that. It's not everything will come to you right away from your mind, your higher conscious. It's not right away. A lot of the information you receive will be through outward source, and that is okay. Because how the fuck else are you gonna find out about this shit? Okay? Now, on to my next thing. On this spiritual, what the fuck is in the road? On this spiritual journey right now, as of right now, today, July 7th, I have become celibate. I'm trying. And the last time I had sex, busted a nut, any of that, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And but before that, I had already committed to doing the no-fap thing. And then it just turned into celibacy, semen retention. That is where I am at right now. Trying to hone all the energy I can within myself and just focus it in the right directions, you know. Point that bitch like an arrow, shoot that motherfucker. Not just shoot that bitch in the sky and hope for the best. Nah. So that is where I am at right now with this spiritual journey. And I mean, yeah, if I feel like I missed something, which I probably did, I will return and make a part 2 or some shit and let y'all know. But as of right now, yeah, that's it. That's how this whole thing started. It was through depression. Depression is good. It forces you to find better for yourself, find your higher self. So if you are in a depression, do not give up. Do not give up, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to keep walking, keep searching. And that's it from me. All right, beautiful souls of YouTube. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you did tune in, thank you. Like the video, subscribe, because it's just the beginning. Like I said in that little short, it's just the beginning. But I told you, when I did that short, I was in a very high vibrational state, and then I let myself drop in my vibration, and I wasn't confident. I'm confident, but I wasn't confident enough to do stuff the right way, you know. I wasn't free. I was free in the mind, but I was holding myself back, keeping my vibration low, focusing on the wrong things, putting my energy in the wrong places. I'm trying to fix that now. So leave in the comments, keep it the fuck up, keep your vibration high, and yeah, just, yeah. Good vibrations all around, you feel me? All right, YouTube, thank you for listening. It's been good talking to y'all. I'm surprised I'm talking to myself like this, but I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to the thousands of people, hopefully, that need a message of, or words of encouragement to start to follow up on their spiritual journey. I keep saying bye, but I keep having things to say, but I'm gonna end it now. Okay, thank you.